Hi everyone, this is Ranjani. I work on the board game here at 6 to Start and quite excited to tell you that we've received our first verification samples for the board game from China directly, and I've had to wait until the camera switched on to open these, so I'm quite excited and thought I'd share the experience with you. So, let's go. So we have 3 copies, the basic, the party pack, and the runner 5.
So you can tell by the side.
Yep. So this says runner 5 on the side, this says party pack on the side, and this is just the basic board game.
So what's the difference between them?
So this is the retail version. This has everything you need to play the main campaign. So you've got zombie cards, you've got opportunity cards, you've got the app which comes out, gives you the story. You can run through all that with the basic. The party pack lets you play a competitive version of the game, so you get to go against a group of friends. And you also have some special zombies, like After Dark zombies, that you can play to add an extra challenge to your regular story. The runner 5 has extra puzzles and a few special things in the box. So that's going to be why I'm not going to be opening this or this on camera.
Because there's spoilers.
Yeah,
for the people who are getting it, yeah.
As soon as you open the box, you'll see something that I shouldn't be showing you on camera.
You'll be able to buy all 3 of these online, like now. But only this one will be available in shops.
Yeah.
And we probably aren't going to make a lot more of these sort of 2 limited edition ones. So yeah, hint, like if you kind of want these, and there's not a lot of them.
There's not a lot of them, and you need to get them from our shop directly fairly soon.
So we're not gonna look at these 2 first.
Yeah.
So we really haven't opened this one.
Yeah, as you can see, it's completely sealed, and we haven't received any copies before this, so you're going to be seeing this along with us for the first time.
I hope they printed the right artwork.
Yeah, oh god.
Maybe it's Monopoly inside there.
Yeah, that'll be a pleasant surprise, won't it?
Monopoly, Hasbro gave us a trademark.
This is going to take a while.
And so it's been a really kind of interesting journey. This is the first board game that we've made, and of course we decided to make it more complicated than normal board games.
Yeah, because that's what 6 to Start does.
Yeah, we like making things complicated. So, this is like nice and shiny.
Yeah.
You can see with the design, what we try to do is do the kind of cool and hit thing where it doesn't have the name of the board game on the top. It sort of looks more as if it's a kind of like a survival pack from the zombie apocalypse, which is happening on the island of St. Florian, which is a kind of major character in this story. So if you want to...
All this art is by our usual Zombies Run artist, Kasia Sweeney. So, any of you who...
It's pretty snug.
Yeah, any of you who play Zombies Run and see our milestone emails and all that, you'll be quite familiar with the style here. If I can get it to open.
Can you believe that people still call our office in the 21st century?
Yeah. Alright. Cool. Whoa, okay. So, no spoilers there, I think. So this is the map of the island that you'll be running around.
So there's no board in this board game, but there is a map.
There's some stuff there, and that is your actual island.
And this is dry wipe.
Yep. So you will actually be moving around this island with grid references and all that, so you can use a pen to mark where you are, mark where you're planning to go.
Or if you have the miniatures, you can sort of track your progress there. It is a real map, as in, like, you run between places. It's not sort of like just informational.
Yep. So we hope you have a good time moving things around on it.
It has some useful information from... It's not really £12. Yeah, some useful information about the island of Florian. Some good clues.
Yes, and some little puzzles hidden in there that we won't spoil for you. So this is the instruction manual. You already know how to play the board game if you've been seeing our videos. but this is a handy reference to have.
It's crazy seeing this.
Yeah.
Like you have no idea how long we spent doing the designing this in Sketch.
Yes.
It looks good.
Yeah. Like we're seeing this printed in this form for the
Yeah.
first time, just like you. So.
It looks like it's long. It's not really.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's actually very, very well written, and extremely well proofread by Ranjani.
Yes.
Okay, so that's the instructions,
Yep.
and there's a reference guide on the back because we all like these one-page reference guides that tell you kind of how to set things up and how things work. So,
Yep.
If you kind of forget how the game works, you can just look at the back.
This looks nice and shiny.
It's nice and
Just
shiny. I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So this is what the box looks like when you've removed all that stuff. In the party pack and the runner file, you do have extra goodies in here, which is why we haven't shown you.
So yeah, in the other ones, that's the runner 5 and party pack have what we call kind of versus cards, and so that's why there's effectively kind of 2 of these. So this is kind of one player, and there'll be like another set.
Yep.
In the more expensive versions,
Yep.
the limited editions.
Along with some figurines, which is why you see that. All right. So this is.
So that looks like not a lot of cards
yeah,
for
I
a
know.
game. So where are the other cards?
Yeah.
That was a hint
Yeah.
to talk about.
I know.
No,
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Okay, just ignore. Fine. So
So this is, well, so when you start the app, all of you will be sitting around a table. The app will sort of tell you where you are, things will happen, and at some point in the game, there'll be some things inside here that you'll need to access. So we highly recommend that you wait until the app tells you to open this, and when you do, it'll be at specific points on the map, which you've seen already. And
I just want, I'm wondering like how annoyed Matt would be if we sort of open this. Like, okay, so we'll do a spoiler section. We'll do that at the end.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
If you want to be completely unspoiled for the game, then we'll tell you when to stop watching. But first, we're going to have a look at the sort of standard set of cards. These have no spoilers in them. And if you've watched our previous videos, then you know what these look like. But these will look even better than.
Yep. So we've been playing with our
crappy.
prototype set of cards for so long.
They're just trash. They
Yeah.
can barely stand.
So,
Well, these are much better quality. I say that as an impartial observer.
yeah.
They're thicker.
They're thicker. They're a lot more easy to handle.
Yeah, they're
The
thicker,
card-
so it's easier to kind of pick them up from the
so
table.
When we've been playing with our prototype cards, when we're shuffling, we constantly end up sliding cards around the table.
Feels good in the hand,
Yeah.
as MKBHC would say.
Uh-huh.
That one seems like bluer than the other ones. That's a bit odd.
That's a good
This
point.
is what the verification is for. Not that
Yeah.
it makes a big difference. So,
Yeah.
a recap on all different kinds of cards.
Yes, so these are your tracker cards, which is what your entire table of cards is going to be set around. If you've seen our previous videos, you'll know exactly what this is supposed to do.
So basically, as you might have guessed, like A is sort of good and E is bad, and this sort of represents zombies getting closer to you because these black cards are the zombie deck.
Yep.
And
This one's my favorite zombie, by the way.
yeah, so in a normal game, the app will tell you, hey, 2 zombies detected. So you can draw 2 cards from
The
this
zombie
deck
deck.
here, and you put them here, and it'll go and say, hey, zombies advancing, and you go move them, and if they end up getting here to E and beyond, then you die.
And you have a close call.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't get into too much of it because
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just exciting to actually be able to handle these finally.
yeah, they look great. Very, and they look a lot brighter. I mean, if you've looked at our previous videos really closely, then we had the cards made from a sort of fairly rapid printer, probably just using kind of inkjet or whatever, and these are definitely much sort of more detailed and more vibrant, and we've also improved the design. So a really tiny thing that always bothered me was that the icons were not kind of properly centered in these kind of columns, and now they are, and it looks like the sort of bleeds and the sort of the layout is really nice.
Mm-hmm.
So So those are the normal ones.
Yeah.
So shall we go and have a look in the
spoiler section?
Spoiler section. Okay, so if
So
you're Matt or if you don't want to be spoiled, then stop watching right now. These are not going to be major spoilers, don't worry.
Yeah, it's just that we're going to open the thing that you don't get to open at the start of the game.
Yeah.
All right.
Or you shouldn't. I mean, you probably will, but you shouldn't.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to open it now.
All right.
Okay.
So, as you can see, you have an envelope that has a little bit of the map on it with the location name. So this corresponds to where you get to open the envelope.
We're not going to show all of those because there's really are spoilers.
Yep.
What could be in here? Are we going to open? I don't know. There are cards in here.
Yeah. There are cards. There are postcards.
There are puzzles.
There are puzzles. There are notes from characters. I mean, there's basically things that you would find randomly scattered around places in a zombie apocalypse.
Things like sort of postcards or diaries with like scribbles on them, you know, with like with sort of riddles and little hand drawn maps and things like that. It's kind of like a sort of RPG or a legacy game, some might say, in here. And there are, you know, you can see that there's like a few envelopes in there.
Yep.
It's not just 2 or 3.
And as we've said before, we do have a branching storyline. So there are things in here that you won't use in every playthrough because there are some cards that won't apply if you do some things. There are some cards that won't apply if you do other things. So just so we don't ruin your experience of the game, that's all we're going to say about this.
Yeah.
So this is the basic edition, like I said, and it's available on our shop. It's going to retail at $50 or £40, but you can still pre-order it on our shop at shop.zombiesruncgame.com/ZRBG. We'll include that in the description, and it's on for $36. So it's going to be going up.
No, it's on for oh my god, no, it's on for $45. Like, don't be disappointed.
Yep.
But that time has passed.
Yeah.
You should have gone it before. So it is going to be for $45, which is like 10% off the retail price.
Yeah.
So it's a good time to go and buy it if you really want it. And these 2 editions are also going to be off the retail price, and we don't have a huge amount of these because we sold most of these to the Kickstarter backers. And so if you are interested in having kind of the limited edition, then you really want to order them online because you definitely won't be able to get them in shops because I think shops would find it really confusing to have 3 identical versions of the same board game, or roughly identical from the outside packaging. So so it's $45 or £36. I think that's where the confusion. Yeah. So not 36, £36, which is it's a pretty great deal. I don't know. I went into like a board game shop recently and saw how much expensive C4 was or Pandemic Legacy. They're like £70 or something.
Oh my goodness!
It's
Okay.
outrageous. You could get 2 of these games.
Yeah, and if you buy one of these boxes, you'll play for about 10 hours with one group, and that's if you play it once with one storyline. And we've got a few different options so that you'll have different experiences each time you play the story. Yeah. So it's definitely worth it.
We're kind of doing the hard sell here because why not? But
it's quite pretty. We're quite excited, and we think it's worth it. And we think you should get yourself a copy, get your friends a copy.
And we haven't even shown you the app. You go and watch one of the videos for the app. The app is fantastic. It's not just a board game. There are hours and hours of audio content and branching narrative, and probably, I think, the most sophisticated kind of and most sensible way of doing a digital board game. You know, this is not like certain board games where you have to type things into the app like all the time. It's a much more kind of dynamic thing, and the app, we think, adds a lot to the story and to the gameplay.
Yep. So that's it. We hope you enjoyed this preview of the board game. We're going to go and look at it in great detail now. Hopefully no printing mistakes on it, and you'll get a copy like this. Then you order it.